So, I guess every one of you have joined already. Am I correct? Okay, so by the way, students, I am audible. Hey, that's good. Now, for those who don't turn on their camera yet, kindly turn it on now. And for those opened microphones, kindly turn it off so that we can start. So, class, how are your days so far? Okay, that's good to hear. Now, before we formally start our discussion for today, let us begin it with a prayer. So, everyone, let's have a moment of silence for us to feel the holy presence of our Almighty Father. May I request Mr. Joseph to please lead us in prayer.
Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today. May you bestow your guidance and blessings so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone who are present here today, that each one of us may be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We all ask of this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Okay, good morning, class, and welcome to our English virtual class. I am Teacher Jen, your instructor for today. Now, before proceeding, let me again remind you to our virtual classroom etiquette. First is be on time, mute yourself, turn on video, be in a quiet room, stay in one place, no eating of foods or drinks during class, come prepared, be respectful, raise your hand to talk, be an active participant, and most of all, have fun and do your best. Again, we need to follow and observe the rules that we have as a gesture of respect to each and everyone, and of course for us to have a peaceful and meaningful class. Alright, this time, I will going to check your attendance, and I want you all to open your camera and as well your microphone. When I call your name, raise your hand and say present. Okay, are we clear? Very good. So, let's begin with Mr. Bagas, present. Miss Berendes, present. Miss Paalisbo, present, very good. Miss Daila, present, very good. Miss Ramos, present, very good. Mr. John, okay, very good. Mr. Michael, okay, very good. Mr. Baltasar, okay, very good. Miss Manunog, is Miss Manunog around? Oh, okay, very good. Wow, I am amazed with your attendance today, students. It seems that all of you are present. Congratulations, class. It is indeed a great job. Keep on learning and stay present, okay? So, let's proceed. All right, now, who among you here remember the lesson that we had last meeting? Yes, Miss Berendas. Very good. It is fact and opinion. Now, what is fact, Mr. Bagas? Okay, very good. A fact is a statement that can be tested by experimentation, observation, or research and shown to be true or untrue. Now, what is opinion, Miss Daila? Okay, very good. An opinion is a person's belief, feelings, or judgment about something, about the things, or about a person. An opinion is a subjective or value judgment, and it cannot be proven. So, who can give me an examples of fact? Yes, Miss Ramos. Okay, very good. Your heart pumps blood through your body is an example of fact. Correct. Okay, now, who can give me another example of a fact? Yes, Miss Manunog. Okay, very good. The leaves of growing plants are usually green. That is an example of fact. Well done. Now, who can give me an example of opinion? Yes, Mr. John. The ice cream tastes delicious. Very good, Mr. John. That is an example of opinion. Now, give me another example of opinion. Yes, Mr. Baltasar. Okay, very good. Blackpink is the best K-pop group. That is an example of opinion. Again, fact relies on observation or research, while an opinion is based on individuals' assumption. Okay, so I guess you are now ready to learn another lesson. Am I correct? Alright, but before that, let's have first a drill. And this activity, students, is entitled My Thought. As you can see in the screen, there is a different pictures, and all you have to do is to give your own understanding or appreciation comments in the given picture, but with a twist. Now, can you please open all your camera and microphones? Okay, very good. So as you can see, I have here some colors. And you guys will going to find something or anything that matches the color that I will going to show to you. And students who are unable to find something will be the one to give a comment or message to the given picture. Are we clear? By the way, I will only give 3 seconds for you to find something. Listen? Okay, so ready? I have here a color pink. In 1, 2, 3. Okay? Let's see what you have found. Yes, Mr. John. Okay, you have a pink teddy bear. Very good. Yes, Miss Kim Pisao. Okay, you have a pink ribbon. Very good. Yes, Miss Kathleen. Okay, you have a pink lipstick or a lip tint. Yes, Miss Dyla. Okay, very good. You have a pink dress. Okay, it seems that Mr. Joseph doesn't found anything. Am I correct? So, Mr. Joseph, what can you say to the picture that is being flashed on the screen? Okay, it is a nature that somehow provoked a calmness or clean and green. Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Now, let's proceed with another color. I have here a color black. In 1, 2, 3. Okay, time's up. Let's see what you have found. Yes, Mr. John. Okay, you have a black watch. Okay, very good. Miss Dyla. Okay, you have a black t-shirt. And yes, Miss Kathleen. Okay, very good. You have a black cup. Yes, Miss Berendes. Okay, you have a black shoes. And now, it seems that Miss Wilmarie doesn't found anything. Am I correct? Okay, so, Miss Wilmarie, what can you say about the picture that is being flashed on the screen? Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Wilmarie. It is a lovely sunset with a sound of waves that represents us a peace of mind. Okay, very good. Now, let's have another color. I have here a color red. In 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what you have found. Okay, Mr. Bagas, you have a red towel. Very good. Yes, Miss Raouf, very good. You have a red dress. Okay. Yes, Miss Berendes. Okay, you have a red lipstick. Very good. What else? Yes, Miss Manunog. Okay, you have a red bracelet. Now, it seems that Miss Dimpisao doesn't find anything. Am I correct? Okay, so, Miss Dimpisao, what can you say about the pictures that being flashed on the screen? Okay, it shows love and affection. Very good, Miss Dimpisao. So, let's have another color. I have here a yellow color. In 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see what you have found. Yes, Mr. John, you have a yellow cup. Okay. And Miss Gimpisao, you have a yellow umbrella. And what else? Yes, Miss Kathleen, you have a yellow t-shirt. And Miss Ramos, you have a yellow handkerchief. Okay. Yes, Miss Paalisbo. So, it seems that Miss Paalisbo doesn't found anything. Am I correct? Okay, so, Miss Paalisbo, what can you say about the pictures that is being flashed on the screen? Okay, the butterfly represents us a freedom. That's correct. Thank you, Miss Paalispo. And now, I have here a color brown. In 1, 2, 3. Okay, time's up. Let's see what you have found. Yes, Miss Dyla, you have a brown eyebrow. Very good. Yes, Mr. Bagas, you have a brown t-shirt. Very good. And yes, Miss Kathleen, okay, you have a brown pillow. What else? Yes, Miss Ramos, you have a brown sock. Okay, very good. So, it seems that Mr. John doesn't found anything. Am I correct? Okay, so, Mr. John, what can you say about the picture that is being flashed on the screen? Okay, the moon and the stars in the dark sky and night is considered as peacefulness. Very good. So, that's all to our first activity. Are you guys having fun? That's good to hear. Alright, let's proceed with another activity. This time, students, I want you to give your best and try to answer this activity. Are you ready? Okay, so, as you can see in your screens, there is scrambled letters, right? And what you will going to do is to try to rearrange the scrambled letters in order to form a words or its correct word. Understand? Okay, I'll give you 3 minutes to rearrange the scrambled words. Okay, so your time starts now. Time's up. And now, let's see if your answers are correct. So, for the number 1, what is the correct word of a number 1? Yes, Miss Dyla. Very good. It is syllables. The second word, yes, Miss Rao. Very good. It is haiku. And the third word, yes, Mr. John. Okay, very good. It is poetry. And the fourth one, yes, Miss Gimpisaw again. Okay, it is Japanese. And the fifth one, yes, Miss Manunog. Very good. It is unrhymed. Now, for the sixth one, yes, Miss Ramos. Okay, very good. It is nature. And for the seventh one, yes, Miss Paalisbo. Okay, very good. It is simplicity. And for the eighth one, yes, Mr. Joseph. Okay, very good. It is directness. And for the ninth one, yes, Miss Manunog. Okay, very good. It is expressions. And for the last one, what is it? No one? Yes, Miss Kathleen. Okay, you don't have any idea? Miss Dyla. Okay, you don't have any idea also. Okay, so I will going to reveal the answer of number 10. So the answer or the correct word of in number 10 is Masauka Shiki, or it will be pronounced as Maswaka Shikai or Shiki. So, very good, students, for giving your best in rearranging the words and for giving its correct words. Now, what have you feel in doing this activity? Yes, Miss Michelle, what have you feel? Okay, you feel nervous or afraid? But why did you feel nervous or afraid? Okay, because you are afraid that you might give the wrong answer? Well, actually, students, there is no wrong of trying or giving wrong or correct answer. As long as you try and you give your best, then there is no wrong or problem with that. Okay, so thank you, Miss Michelle. Now, what have you guys observed when you rearrange the scrambled letters? Yes, Miss Wilmarie. Okay, you observe that the words or the scrambled words are related to poetry. Very good. Now, from the activity we have conducted, what have you learned? Did you learn something? Yes, Mr. Bagas. What have you learned when doing the activity? Okay, you learned that rearranging words is somehow difficult. What else? Yes, Miss Kimberly. What have you learned while doing the activity? Okay, you learned that the most important thing in answering an activity is trying and giving your best. Okay, so thank you everyone for your cooperation. Now, those activity that we have done is actually related to the lesson that you will be learning. Okay, now, who among you here have an idea about the topic that you will be learning? Okay, none? Oh, yes, Mr. Bagas. It's all about poetry. Okay, so the topic that I will going to discuss today is all about haiku poetry. But before proceeding to the discussion, let me first introduce to you our class objectives. So, at the end of the lesson, students will be able to define a haiku poem and distinguish it from other types of poetry. Students will be able to reflect on the importance of haiku poem in expressing feelings. Students will be able to create or construct haiku poem. So now, what is haiku? Okay, so haiku is a Japanese poetic form that consists of 3 lines with 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second line, and 5 syllables of the third line. In short, haiku poem follows the 5-7-5 format. So, let's talk about the history of the haiku. Now, where does haiku came from? So, haiku originated as an opening part of a larger Japanese poem called renga. These haiku, written as an opening stanza, were known as haiku. And later on, the journalist, writer, and poet Masuoka Shiki took full advantage when he officially made haiku an independent poem in the 1890s called haiku and brought haiku into the 20th century. Haiku is one of the world's oldest regularly written forms of poetry. At first, the subject of haiku poem was restricted to nature only, naming the seasons, and using an objective description style to evoke an emotional response in the reader. Haikus became more widely accepted as literary and refined after the Japanese poet Matsuo Basho adopted them as his hallmark style. Matsuo Basho, by the way, is Japan's most famous poet. Certainly, is the most famous haiku poet. And Matsuo Basho became the reason why haiku poem became popular across the globe. And today, haiku is no longer limited to the subject of nature only. Although nature is still a popular topic, but haikus today can be written in any theme or about anything. There is a haikus for humor. There is also a haiku to raise a social awareness or to evoke emotions or to reminisce on the past. Haikus are microcosm of a larger idea or feeling. They are a brief, poignant, and powerful, meaning to say, haikus are something that has strong effect on emotions or even to human senses. So now, why do you think people wrote a haiku? So, people wrote haiku because it is a way of some people in expressing their thoughts or even opinion and to rise above the limitations imposed by the usual language. Now, what is special about haiku? So, as I mentioned a while ago, haiku poem always have only 3 lines with its pattern 5-7-5. 5 syllables in the first line, 7 syllables in the second line, and 5 syllables in the third or last line. So, in that short words, people create their own poem, expressing their feelings, raising awareness, opinions, etc., consisting only 17 syllables. Imagine, haiku poets have limitations, yet they still manage and express themselves with that format. Now, what is syllables, by the way? Yes, Miss Berendes. Okay, very good, Miss Brendes. A syllable is a part of word that contains a single vowel sound and that is pronounced as a unit. For example, the book. Book has one syllable only. And reading has two syllables, the re and the ding. Okay, so another examples of syllables are driveway. Driveway has two syllables. Cat. Cat has one syllable. Dog. Dog has also one syllable. Now, are we clear with the syllables? Do you understand what syllables are? Okay, very good, students. Now, eyes on the screen. So, this is an example of haiku poem. As you can see, it has only 3 lines. And each line follow the 5-7-5 syllables. The format of a haiku poem. Bucket list dreaming. Bucket list have 3 syllables. Dreaming have 2 syllables. In total of 5 syllables, which is correct. Now, for the second line, all the mountains I will climb. All have only 1 syllable. The has only 1 syllable. Mountains have 2 syllables. I, of course, 1 syllable. Will, of course, 1 syllable also. And climb also have 1 syllable. In total of 7 syllables from the second line. Okay? Correct? Now, let's count the syllables of the third line. And things I will see. And has 1 syllable. Things has also 1 syllable. I also has 1 syllable. Will also has 1 syllable as well as the see. In total of 5 syllables, which are correct. So, another example of a haiku is, that summer with you left me a map for finding sunshine in winter by Ryan Stone. So, let's count its syllable. So, that has 1 syllable. Summer has 2 syllables. With has only 1 syllable. And you has 1 syllable. In total of 5 syllables for the first line. So, left has also 1 syllable. Me, 1 syllable. A, 1 syllable. Map, 1 syllable. For, 1 syllable. And finding has 2 syllables. In total of 7 syllables for the second line, which is also correct. Now, let's count the third line. Sunshine. Sunshine have 2 syllables. The sun and the shine. Sunshine. Okay, so in have only 1 syllables. And winter has 2 syllables. In total of 5 syllables for the third line, which is also correct. Understand? Are we clear with the haiku poetry? Okay, very good. Now, this time, I will going to give you 5 minutes to study well the haiku poetry and create your own haiku poem, anything. Your time starts now. Okay, time's up. Are you guys, you are done? Okay, just set aside first your work because later on, you will going to submit that. Now, at this moment, I will going to cater all your questions and clarifications about the lessons that we have today. So, do you have any questions? Yes, Miss Daila? None? Mr. Bagas? None? Mr. John? None? Miss Kimber Rendes? None again? Since no one is asking a question, so I believe that you all truly understand the lesson I have discussed. Am I right? Okay, now, since you said that you understand the lesson, then I will be the one to ask questions individually. So, let's start with Miss Daila. Miss Daila, what have you understand to our discussion today? Okay, very good, Miss Daila. Haiku poem consists of 3 lines. Okay, very good. Yes, Miss Berendes, what have you understand about the haiku poem? Okay, haiku poem consists of 17 syllables. Very good, Miss Kimberendes. Okay, now, Mr. John, who is the founder of haiku poetry? Okay, very good. It is Maswaka Shiki. Okay, now, Miss Kathleen, who is the most famous haiku poet in Japan? Very good. It is Matsuo Basho. So, I guess you guys are now well knowledgeable about the topic that we have tackled. I will going to give you another activity to test your understanding. So, to evaluate your understanding, I want you to answer the activity on the screen. All you have to do is to read carefully the given statement and write the correct answer in the space provided. By the way, you can write your answer in a long bond paper and I will give you 5 minutes to answer this activity. So, your time starts now. Time's up. Just set aside first your activity because later on you will also submit them. Now, before we end this discussion, let's go back first to our class objectives to see if we met the objectives that we had. Now, can you class define a haiku poem and distinguish it from other types of poetry? Okay, very good. Can you class able to reflect on the importance of the haiku poem in expressing feelings? Very good. Now, can you class create or construct your own haiku poem? Very good. And now, since it is weekend, I will give you an assignment. So, for your assignment, I want you to research the 4 seasons in Japan. After that, print at least one picture that you like from each seasons and create your own haiku poem out from the pictures that you have chosen. Print each pictures in a short bond paper and write your haiku poem below each pictures. Pass your output together with your printed modules on the submission day. And those activities that we had today, I want you to take a picture of your answers and put it in one file and submit it to my Gmail account, momjen@gmail.com. So now, before we formally end, I want to congratulate you all for having a perfect attendance for today's session. And with that, I will going to give you all a credit. I will give each of you an additional 10 points for today's activity. So, keep up the good work, class, and that's all for today's session. Goodbye, students, and have a safe weekend. See you on the next meeting. And you may now leave the virtual classroom. Bye!